Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the chapter Microbes in Human Welfare, which is in class 12 CBSE syllabus. And the part 6 consists of microbes as biocontrol agents, And generally there are a couple of questions from this chapter, and also sometimes you can expect questions from this part in the NIT examination, and we'll go through what kind of questions can come in the NIT examination as we progress through the video. Biological control. It is important to combine the biological and ecological knowledge and devise an ecosystem approach to manage pests in the ecological communities. So it is important to combine the biological, and what is the biological component or biological knowledge? The knowledge about the microbes. This is the biological knowledge that we are talking about here. And the ecological knowledge, which is about the plants in this context. Okay. So the biological knowledge about microbes and ecological knowledge about plants. So it is important to combine these two knowledge about microbes and plants, or the biological and ecological knowledge, and devise an ecosystem approach to manage pests in the ecological community. What is pest? Pest is something that is harmful to plants. Okay, so it is something that is harmful to plants. You've heard of pesticides, right? So pesticide is something that will kill plants. Okay. So pest is something that is harmful to plants. So it is important to combine the biological and ecological knowledge and devise an ecosystem approach to manage pests in the ecological communities. So use of predators, animal composite, microorganisms such as bacteria, virus to control insect, pest, pathogen and weed is called as biological control. And the biological agents are called as biocontrol agents. So let us look at it again slowly. So use of predators, animal composite, microorganisms such as bacteria, virus to control insect pests. So bacteria and viruses are what? They are the biological knowledge or the biological component. So use of predators, animal composite, microorganisms such as bacteria and virus to control the insect pests. Pest is something that is harmful to plants. So the insect pest, the pathogen and weed. What is weed? Weed is also plants, but the plants that are not needed. So for example, we are growing like crops of rice, let's say. And then suddenly between the crops of rice, there is randomly another plant growing, and this plant not just grows, it is also harmful. It also inhibits the growth of the rice crops, So such a plant that inhibits the growth or is harmful to other plants is known as weed, So use of these animal composite microorganisms such as bacteria, virus to control insect pest, pathogen, weed is called as biological control. And the biological agents are called as biocontrol agents. A biological agent or a biopesticide. I told you that you must have heard about pesticides. So pesticides that kill pests, So pesticides are chemicals, but here it is biopesticide. So a biological agent or biopesticide that controls weeds, the plants that are not needed and harmful to other plants, is known as bioherbicide. So weed is basically, you can learn bioherbicide, something that kills herbs. So because weed is also plant, so you can learn that a biopesticide that controls weeds is called as bioherbicide, and the one that controls insects is called as bioinsecticide. From insects, bioinsecticide. So it's very easy to learn. So what are the objectives of biological control? The important objectives of biological control are to reduce the use of artificial pesticides and toxic chemicals, So what these artificial pesticides and toxic chemicals will do, they will kill the pests, So the purpose will be solved. The plants will be ridden of the pests, but the problem is they will pollute the environment. They will be toxic to the environment, So these biological control agents or the biopesticides, they reduce the use of artificial pesticides and toxic chemicals, which also helps our environment. Of course, they reduce the cost. It is very good for farmers if they can find something that reduce the cost. To control pests efficiently by understanding their life cycle, feeding patterns and preferred habitats. So if you have to use a biopesticide, it should be specific for a particular pest. Then it is important that you understand the life cycle, feeding pattern and the preferred habitats of these pests, and this is one of the objectives of biological control. And to understand the interaction between the diverse flora and fauna, between various plants and microorganisms. There is interaction between various plants and the pests, and then there is interaction between these pests and other biopesticides. So understand all these interactions between diverse flora and fauna. So these are the important objectives of biological control. So bioherbicides, if you remember, herbicide something that kills herbs or something that kills weed. Weed are the plants that are not needed and are harmful to other plants. So bioherbicides are natural compounds obtained from fungi, bacteria or protozoa, or sometimes also plants, that can control the weeds. Okay, so a bioherbicide that is derived from a fungus is called as mycoherbicide, and sometimes there in NIT examination this can be a very straightforward and simple question. What is a mycoherbicide? A bioherbicide derived from fungus. So if you remember, it will be very easy to score. So what are the advantages of using bioherbicides? They are highly specific against the target. Specificity is very high. They are non-toxic to non-target organisms including plants. So weeds are plants that are growing in between other plants. Okay. So they are highly specific. So they will target only the weed and not other plants, and therefore it is also non-toxic to non-target organisms. So it is toxic only to the weed against which it is specific. Otherwise it is non-toxic. They do not develop weed resistance, so they do not develop resistance against the weed, these bioherbicides. They are degraded and do not accumulate in the environment, unlike the chemical herbicides, and this we know, they are like not harmful to the environment. They are very environmental friendly. So next is bioinsecticides, the biocontrol agents that are killing the insects, insect pests. So bioinsects, a number of organisms are used as biocontrol agents against the insects. They are Bt cotton, and this is very important. This is very important for the NIT examinations. There is mostly one question from this area. If there is, it is about Bt cotton sometimes. So Bt cotton is genetically modified cotton having Bacillus thuringiensis genes. Okay, so this is the bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, so Bt cotton is not naturally occurring. No, it is not naturally occurring. It is genetically modified cotton having the genes of Bacillus thuringiensis. So this bacterium, which is abbreviated as Bt, from Bacillus thuringiensis, Bt, is used as a microbial control agent in order to control butterfly caterpillars. So these butterfly caterpillars are sometimes, they are harmful to the plants. They also lay the eggs on the leaves, which can result in like a non-growth of these plants. They are harmful to the growth of plants. So Bt cotton, which is genetically modified cotton having the genes of Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, it acts as a microbial control agent to control butterfly caterpillars. The next one is baculoviruses. It belongs to the genus Nucleopolyhedrovirus. Okay, so this is again a baculovirus which is belonging to this genus, Nucleopolyhedrovirus. You must remember this. They are pathogenic virus which infect and kill many insect pests because it is a bioinsecticide and other arthropod pests. So, whatever is a pest, insect pest, arthropod pest, it basically is a pest, something that is harming these plants. Okay. So, baculovirus is also again another bioinsecticide. Then ladybird and dragonfly are useful to get rid of aphids and mosquitoes respectively. They are also acting as bioinsecticides. insecticide. So it is very important, you know, especially the BT cotton is very important. Then it is biocontrol agents used in disease control. Okay, so the plants also have diseases. It's not just that we humans have diseases, plants also have their own sets of diseases. So there are certain biocontrol agents that are used in these diseases. And the first one is trichoderma. So what do? They serve as a common biocontrol agent to treat plant diseases by acting as parasites on other fungi and obtaining nutrition from them. Okay, so they serve as a common biocontrol agent and they control most of the pathogenic soil-borne fungi. So, you know, the fungi that are present in the soil-borne, they act as parasites for those fungi and they obtain all the nutrition from these fungi. Okay, so they serve as a common biocontrol agent to treat plant diseases by acting as parasites on other fungi and obtaining nutrition from them, and they control most of the pathogenic soil-borne fungi, you know, because if they take nutrition of these soil-borne fungi, then these fungi will not be able to grow, you know. So that is how they treat certain plant diseases. The next is Ampelomyces quicalis. Okay, you have to memorize. It's a difficult name, but you have to try to memorize it. And this fungi is used in control of diseases such as powdery mildew of tomatoes or grapes, etc. You know? So what is this powdery mildew of tomatoes and grapes? It is basically, you know, sometimes when you see on the leaves there are these kinds of spots. Okay, so these spots are caused by various pests. And then Ampelomyces quicalis is basically a fungi that is used in the control of powdery mildew of tomatoes, you know, and the pests, they basically cause this kind of a condition that results in, you know, necrosis of the plant. It results in necrosis of the cell and sometimes the plant can even die. Okay, so this acts as a biocontrol agent which is used in disease such as powdery mildew. It can happen in tomatoes and grapes, you know, and other plants as well. The third one is nopalin producing strains of Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Okay, again a difficult name, but you have to try to remember it. So nopalin producing strains of this bacteria are used as biological control agent to control the disease like gall disease, you know. So gall disease is seen in some plants, you know, so it can be seen on the leaves, it can be on the stems, on the roots. So what is basically gall diseases? There are these small ball-like things, you know, that are developed because of the presence of certain pests. And when a plant has such kind of a disease, then the strain of this nopalin producing bacteria, okay, so nopalin producing strains of this bacteria, they are used as biological control agent to control the gall disease. So see, these microorganisms, you know, they are as biocontrol agents so interesting, like they treat most of the plant diseases, they help in proper growth of plants, they kill the pests, you know, so they are used in human welfare and also as biocontrol agents in plants. So let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of biocontrol agents. The advantages of biocontrol agents are they are non-toxic and safe to use. We all know that. They are eco-friendly, you know, environmental friendly. They do not cause any toxicity in the environment. They are more stable than the chemical pesticides, you know. They reduce the chance of pathogens becoming resistant to them. We also did this before, you know. They prevent this resistance. For example, bioherbicides prevent weed resistance. And unlike chemical pesticides, they do not accumulate in the environment because they are non-toxic and they are eco-friendly. However, you know, there are some disadvantages also. Proper understanding of their physiology is required, you know, before they can be used. For example, you know, we also went in this video that you need to understand the objective of using a biocontrol agent is that you should understand the life cycle of the pest, you know, in what environment it exists. So proper understanding of the physiology is required before they can be used. variable efficiency as they are mainly living organisms affected by biotic and abiotic factors. Sometimes the efficiency can be variable, sometimes they can be very good, very efficient, sometimes they are not that efficient. So this is one of the disadvantage. And they may have a restricted host range, and this is quite common because a particular kind of bioinsecticide or biopesticide will try to kill only certain kind of host. So it can be sometimes difficult, because you cannot have like a lot of biopesticides and herbicides also. It will be difficult to produce them, so they have a restricted host range. So although like there are certain disadvantages, but the advantages are high, and science, it is developing fast. So they are trying to get rid of all these disadvantages so that these biocontrol agents can be used more and more to get rid of the pests. Okay. So from this chapter, you need to understand all the concepts, and it is very important, that you learn about the BT cotton. And generally there are some questions on BT cotton, and in general, you need to know like all the diseases and all the microbes that are responsible for treating all those diseases. Thank you for watching the video.